I'm theciaellis, and welcome to Grandma's Homestead. Okay, it's noisy again. Both the ice machine and the oven are going right now, but that's okay because we're going to be making something really good. So tomorrow at the church, as usual, we're having another event, and this one is going to be a dessert auction to raise money for the youth camp to help offset the cost of it, because a lot of things are just so expensive anymore. So it's kind of fun. But they have an auction for the desserts and stuff. And so I decided to make some lemon bars today, and we're going to get that put together, and I'll show you how to do it. And those are so good. So I've got my pan, flour, softened butter, and that's actually half a cup of of sugar but I didn't have an extra one. Eggs. We're supposed to use real lemons. I'm not going to. I'm going to use real lemon, and then that's another cup and a half of sugar. And then I've got powdered sugar to sprinkle over the top of it when we're done. First thing we're going to do is take 2 cups of flour, and this is going to be our base. So we've got the flour. Now we're adding the 2 sticks of softened butter. See if I can do this without making a mess with the flour. Ooh, that would actually work pretty good. And the half a cup of sugar. So we're going to mix this all together. I was surprised that this recipe did not call for even a pinch of salt. I'm not going to do salt in it this time because I'm actually going to try to follow the recipe to the best of my ability, but at the same time, it would be kind of interesting to know if it would enhance the flavor with just even just a little pinch in there. We'll find out. I'm discovering that the easiest way to do this is just like what you would do with a regular pie crust, because even though the butter is soft, it just doesn't mix in real good. But if you do this, everything gets all blended together. That probably would have been nice if that had been on the instructions, huh? Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Let's start getting this ready to go into the pan. This is a 9x13 pan, or it's supposed to be. We'll put this in here, we'll spread this out. And it says to press it down. And what I like to do, once I get it spread enough where there's no holes or anything, take your measuring cup and just smash it. You don't have to like kill it. Just make nice, even strokes with it. I don't know if this is going to work or not. We'll try it. Let's do our fingers for this part. Okay, let's stick this in the oven. Okay, we've got the oven set for 350. You're supposed to cook it for 15 minutes, and while that's cooking for 15 minutes, we're going to get the filling, the stuff that goes on top, and put that together with it. Now, always monitor your oven, the temperature and stuff. This particular oven has a tendency to be just really, because it's a convection oven, it cooks things really fast. So I have to keep things, I have to keep an eye on it. But I'm just telling you that know your oven, know your temperatures, know how long it takes you to do things. But the instructions say 350 for 15 minutes. Let's get started on the filling. First, it says to do, what does it say to do? Say to do the sugar, 1.5 cups of sugar. The eggs. Let's stir them together first, because I don't want to have a whole bunch of lumps in my, because we're going to add a 1/4 cup of flour too. But we'll stir this up. Now let's add the flour. The instructions also say to use the juice of 2 lemons. Okay, well, we don't have lemons, and it seems like a long time ago I measured that a lemon usually made about 1/4 cup of juice. So we're going to do 1/2 cup of juice, 1 for each lemon. See if I can do this without making a mess. Alright, there's our juice. And we'll mix this in. Smells good. Alright, we'll add this back to the crust. Alright, If you can see, there's a little bit here that's starting to brown on the edges. And I wanted to get a spatula so I don't miss anything. So our crust is done enough that we can pour this on top of it. The eggs, the little bit of flour, the lemon juice, and the sugar. And as you can see, it automatically does its own leveling out. And we're going to stick this back in the oven. And it says bake it for 20 minutes. And this is one of those things, I was talking about it self-leveling. Well, if you live in a camper like we did for a long time, when my granddaughter was making this at home, our oven, and well, the whole camper was not that level, and so it kind of leaned to one side. So one half of the bars would be thicker than the other. But this is a nice level building, and there's a nice level stove, so we should have nice level bars. All right, look at that, nice and golden brown. We're going to let this cool, and then we're going to sprinkle some powdered sugar on it. So we'll be back in a little bit. This is not completely cool, but it's pretty darn cool. I'm trying this and see how this works. Oh, that's working pretty good. Just a nice dusting of powdered sugar over the top. Oh yeah, oops. It helps if you actually do it with the part that's sifting and not across the tip of it. Nice. I keep messing it up though. All right. So there we go. We have got lemon bars. This is going to be good. Unfortunately, this is, like I was saying, this is for the auction tomorrow. So we're not even going to get to taste it tonight. I'm not going to cut it up or anything like that. I'm going to put plastic on it. I'm going to set it aside and leave it for them to have for the auction tomorrow. And then it's a cool auction. I didn't describe that to you. What you do is everybody who wants to brings a dessert and people bid on it, and then some people pay like $200 for a batch of cookies or something. It's just whatever these people have money to do. And of course, we've got a couple of people in the church who can afford to do that. And so, but you could, like, somebody bid $50 for this batch of lemon bars, but you can take it home only after, when all the bidding's done, all the desserts are done. Then they bring out plates and plastic forks, and you go from table to table and have a sliver of whatever dessert you want. So even if you didn't bid on it, you get to have a little bit of that dessert. Now, whatever's left over, you do get to take home. So I don't know, it's kind of fun. A few years ago, one woman was not understanding that, and she was trying to keep people out of her dessert that she paid for, but she finally figured it out, I guess. Okay, I want to remind you a couple of things. I have this is for this is for Grandma's Homestead, all the cooking stuff. That's what I'm going to be doing from here on out for a while, for sure, because I'm not on the homestead anymore, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get to go back to the homestead, but I can do homestead style cooking. So I'm maintaining the name Grandma's Homestead for this channel and for cooking, and everything else is going to go onto my other YouTube channel called This Grandma's Life. Now, previously, This Grandma's Life was just strictly podcasting stuff, and but now everything else, like when I just did one for kids camp, I did the video for kids camp over there. There's 2 or 3 other videos I've got going. So I have 2 different channels. I'm trying to keep my algorithms, where people can know what to find me. If you go in here and you see all my cooking videos, and all of a sudden I put in something about kids camp, you're going, what's this? So This Grandma's Life is all my stuff is part of my life, whether it's through the church or some trip I'm taking or something like that, because the trip to Florida will be on that channel. Everything cooking, whether it's for Great Depression dishes, dessert dishes, whatever I'm cooking at the time. And I do have a theme. They each have their own playlist, so if you're interested in seeing just Depression era dishes, you can go on the playlist for Depression era dishes if you want to see very specific ones. But other than that, Grandma's Homestead is now the cooking channel. This Grandma's Life is the everything else in my life channel. So on the This Grandma's Life channel, I have a series on Are You Ready for the Next Great Depression? And you can go through there and you can see the different videos I have done on those. And it's been a series I've enjoyed putting together and doing, researching for and stuff like that. I've learned a lot. So go ahead and check that out. All right, guys. That's all I got. God bless. I'll see you next time.